Taurus, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Taurus. Happy day, happy new week. We are almost to your birthday season. Whoop, whoop. I hope that you are doing well. I hope things are going well for you. It's been a little bit intense, right? Astrologically speaking, we've been contending with a lot of different emotion, a lot of different feelings, relationship dynamics, etc. And it's been overwhelming, you know. Definitely that water element has been heightened in the astrology, and meaning that triggers emotions, people getting angry, getting pissed off way more easily. It's been very prevalent, especially with that full moon. We also had Mercury and Venus in retrograde. They went direct last week, which gives us a little bit of reprieve, but we're still kind of working out the issues. We're still kind of working out the dynamics, like just kind of how things are meant to be, or what, actually I should better say, like what works for you, right? Like what is highest and best for you. And coming face to face with these difficulties, with these challenges, and being able to kind of readjust and evaluate accordingly. It's not easy because a lot of this stuff is super close to our heart. We just saw Pluto move into Aquarius. It's giving us the opportunity to better align with things that are honoring of our heart, our mind, our soul. But it also means readjusting or getting things out of the way that really just aren't in alignment with that anymore. And it's taking a lot of awareness. It's taking just a lot of mindfulness, a lot of awareness, and none of that's easy or very fun. It can be really painful, right? So that's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of those blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you want Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings, and it works. Spirit is always trying to speak to us, to get in touch with us, to direct us in a way that is like highest and best for, you know, what we want, our fulfillment, our happiness. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Personal readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, where it's at, where it's headed, etc. Or if you are just looking for more of that rebalancing, alignment with self, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating out of alignment, just like I was saying, that's where we find our happiness, our fulfillment. Not off the short-lived things. It's fun, it's good for a hot second, but this is really about cultivating that like long-term happiness and fulfillment within self. So all that info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. I would be honored. I would love to help support in any way possible, Taurus. All right, with that, let's get into it. I'm kind of at the tail end, so forgive me on this. Let's give a little more fire. Actually, I'm very excited for Taurus season because there's been so much water that like that earth energy that you bring to the table is really going to absorb some of those feelings, emotions, which is definitely needed. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God. Whoopa. Scared me hot. Spirit guides. Guardian angels. Mama love. Mama. All right, I just got to pick up the pieces, Taurus, which might be resonant of what's going on with you this week. Excuse me. Picking up the pieces, you know, like I don't know, like it feels like there's something that you are feeling a little bit like hesitant around, or something that you have like a lot of thoughts about, something that might be consuming your time, your energy throughout the week. But I also feel like you're still, you're playing it safe is what I'm hearing. You're like remaining on the sidelines. You're remaining on the outskirts of whatever this is. Yeah, because I feel like you don't want to make any choices, take any action too quickly. You have heartbreak as your overarching energy this week. I am very sorry in advance. Like your birthday season cannot come quick enough, right? And not that that just like magically makes everything disappear, but it does look like you're having some sort of realizations come in, maybe things that like you weren't acknowledging, you didn't recognize, something that you had set on the back burner for someone else to kind of put your focus, your energy on someone or something else. And it does feel like some of this is coming to the surface this week. Not only is it coming to the surface, it's coming because it's like, you're choosing to make different choices, different decisions, things that like you authentically feel empower you and validate you and are what you need to do. It's not even just like a haphazard, like this is like something that you feel really passionate about or dedicated to, committed to, etc. And I feel like this is actually like a lot of who you want to be. It's this who you are versus who you want to be and how to like bridge that gap. Because there are some obstacles. I mean, I feel like this is just the nature of the beast. You're mourning something that I think did come out of left field. That's kind of how I'm hearing it. Maybe you invested into someone or something that really didn't pay back in the way that you had expected it to, because your prosperity is being blocked. Or this can also be like that value of just like putting money, pentacles front and center, and really kind of like making that a distraction for like some of the stuff that was going on, some of the stuff that needed to be addressed, right? You could be dealing with an Aries, you could have a lot of Aries placements in your chart, or it's just that value of that really like kind of fiery energy. Something that like, I don't know, I feel like someone who uses a lot of aggression, a lot of like force to get what they want. I'm hearing for some of you, this might not resonate for everybody, but this definitely feels like someone who kind of like bulldozed their way. I think that I'm hearing like they took advantage, they manipulated you in a bad way. And I don't even know that you're letting on, that you're showing them how much you feel this or how much you recognize it is a better way to say that. Like you might still kind of be giving them some accolades or kind of pretending like nothing is happening, keeping the peace 100%, Four of Wands energy, keeping the peace, but really underneath it all, inside of your heart, you feel really brokenhearted. What I do love is you're in your power this week as the Queen of Pentacles. Like, interestingly enough, this serpent ring that she's holding, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like the infinity ring. It's like that reminder of like cycles of life. And I feel like you're understanding that. You're understanding someone or something on a deeper value, like a deeper acknowledgement of like what the cycle, what the pattern, what the habit is. This does feel like someone who wants you to believe something else is true, and really in reality it's not. And this is, and I think you're having like realizations over this. This is kind of what it shows, is like you're starting to either wake up, or there's been some things recently that has forced you to wake up. And I see that you're taking it like a pro, like a champ. Like you're really not letting it destabilize you in the present moment. In the present moment, you're like, okay, this hurts me. I do not like this. I wish it wasn't this way, but what is a practical approach? How can we address this like adults? How can we be grounded and blah, blah, blah? That also might be working to your detriment, and not in any sort of way. Everyone's situation is going to be a little bit different. But my concern is with this prosperity, Ace of Pentacles value in the blocked position, is that like sometimes when we work things out with someone or something who has broken our heart, we really need to kind of like scrutinize and evaluate that. It's what they did, it's the severity, it is how badly it's impacting you and the ramifications, etc. Like, and honestly, I'm kind of seeing that as some of the obstacles that are going to be following this situation, because you do have to make some tough decisions. And as much as maybe you have given someone credit in the past, or you kind of have given them a little bit of leeway, maybe a hall pass, etc., I feel like what has happened is giving you an out. It's giving you an opportunity to reevaluate, reassess what it was, what the game plan was before versus what it needs to be now. Whatever has happened, it's enough. It's enough for you to make changes, and it's enough for you to make changes in a way that's actually like honoring to you, that you actually need for you. In a way that, like, again, maybe, I don't know that you felt like someone was taking advantage of you, but you feel like you don't want to be so generous anymore. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, like you're not being mean about it. It's actually things that like are rightfully yours is what I'm seeing. And it's putting someone in a position where like, now they have to make choices. I think they have to make choices that are a little bit uncomfortable for them. I think you've had to make a lot of uncomfortable choices to get to this space. It does look like they're going to kind of wait it out though. They're going to use as much time as they have in order to kind of like do what they need to do, right? So I'm seeing that this person might be putting up some obstacles. They might be a little bit hard-headed. They might not like how it's all playing out. I feel like this is something that you kind of have to go it alone around, or that's how you're feeling. Like maybe you can't rely on, you know, whether this is Aries, divine masculine, someone like an emperor energy, someone to kind of back you up, but this is like what you know you need to do for you. And again, this hasn't been something that's like been easy to come to you. What I would say though is, I don't know, like I said, like it does kind of look like this person's situation is going to use as much as they can to their advantage. They don't really want to make the decision. And I feel like it looks like they almost think that they can like talk you out of it, or if they use certain words, an apology, whatever that kind of looks like, that they can quote unquote get away with. Or, you know, it looks like it's not going to be as simple, as easy, as straightforward as like maybe what you had originally thought, Taurus. And I think some of this is because of the emotional heartstrings that this person's situation is pulling. Because you do look like you're waiting on it. Like, again, reinforcing that value, it looks very much like you're okay to wait on it. Even though there have been some things that like maybe you wouldn't have been okay with had you actually put voice to them. You're still kind of vibing in this energy this week, Taurus, of not really being certain, not really being confident in speaking your truth. No shade, maybe just like try to heal some of that. Try to give yourself a little bit of love. Give yourself acknowledgement is what I'm seeing. And then also kind of acknowledge where some of this shady energy is coming from, right? Loss, risk, like kind of just like what you've lost dealing with a person's situation, the way it's affected you, the way it's made you feel, etc. Because I do see that like you've gotten the short end of the stick, right? You've gotten the short end of the stick. You've been breadcrumbed in this dynamic. Maybe part of your inflexibility has led to some of these challenges. I'm hearing there's this need to believe that it's all going to work out, but you have to assert yourself. This Captain energy also came up for Aries in the same position. I'm hearing it's like you have to assert yourself. Assert your boundaries and don't feel bad. This person's situation might want to make you feel bad, or like I was saying, pull at your heartstrings in order to get a result that they want. And that's fine. I think in some ways you're kind of like willing to do that. You just want some acknowledgement. At the same time, I want you to acknowledge yourself. That's like my own opinion. I want you you to acknowledge yourself. I want you to give yourself what you need, even if it is kind of like holding someone's feet to the fire a little bit more, because that's going to make yourself feel empowered. You don't necessarily have to agree to situations and circumstances that leave you with the short end of the stick. That's not cool. That's not reciprocity. That's not working together. And if anything, like, you don't really deserve it. And you kind of know that, because abundance, prosperity, whatever this is for you has been blocked, and you deserve better. If anything, Taurus, like, you're the sign who knows how to make money. So thank you so much for your time, your energy. Always definitely drop comments below if it resonated. I love to hear. I hope you found messages that resonated for you, I should say first, but I definitely love to connect with you. Please know, drop comments below. I love to say, hey, see what's going on, hear how it resonates, or just connect with you. Thank you for all the blessings that you bring to the channel. Know that I'm sending it back your way.